Hey everybody, Chris here from It's Mead Made. So today I am going to show you how I quickly clean my airbrush from having one color and jumping in to a completely different color. And the other thing I'm going to show you is how I rapidly clean my airbrush from when I'm in the same color, just different tones. So let's go ahead, jump into this video, and we will get started. Alright, so I've been painting with red in my airbrush, and I am wanting to switch to this dark green. Now, what I would need to do is clean out my color pot. So I just want to show you the process that I use to be able to quickly change colors with my airbrush. So you're going to need a few things to do this. You're first going to need somewhere to spray out. Like, I have a cleaning pot, and what a cleaning pot basically is, you can actually set your airbrush on it, but it's got a hole here, and I can just put my nozzle right up to it and then just pull the trigger and let the air through it. And then there's a little reservoir here that all of your dirty water and paint go into, and then you can just clean it out regularly. The nice thing also is there's a little sponge right there at the top to be able to filter it out so no water or anything sprays up. But if you don't have a cleaning pot, you can literally use some wadded up paper towels in a solo cup and then just spray right into that. So then you're going to need something to squirt the water into your color pot. And I love these things. I actually got this at the hardware store in the Home and Garden section. It's actually used to water succulents. So these things are fantastic, and you can just fill it up with water and you squeeze it and it squirts out. So water, that's something you need. Then the other thing you're going to need is some type of syringe. These things are fantastic. I actually got this when our kid got sick, and I just washed it out real good when we were done giving him medicine. And this one I bought on Amazon. So these things are fantastic to use, and you're going to need them to be able to suck out the water. Now, if you can't suck out the water, you can always just take it in a cup and dump it into a cup. But I like this because it sucks it all out, and it also sucks out the debris, and I'll get to that. And the last thing you want to use is a Q-tip, and I will show you how I use these. Alright, so now to get to cleaning it. So if you've been spraying for a while, usually it dries around the edges and inside the cup where paint hasn't been for a while. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some water in there. Then I'm going to take my Q-tip and I am just going to wipe the edges. So I'm wiping all around and getting all of that dried paint off of there. And that's it. I'm not going super deep into that hole because I don't want any of the fibers to get stuck down in there. And that's all I use that for. Then I take a syringe and I will suck out every bit of it. So now there's no more paint in there. And then I have a very nasty water bottle that I squirt all of my stuff into. Then I repeat that process, and then you can see it's red. And I do that one more time, suck all of that out. It looks like it's empty, everything's nice and clean. Then I do it one more time. It is a little bit red, and then I backflow. So all I'm going to do is cover up the needle real good, and then you can see how it bubbles up, and now I've got all of that paint that was right here inside the channel to the tip of the nozzle. It backflowed into the water. Then I'm going to suck that out. Dump my water. Squirt it again. And I'm going to do that one more time. And now it's less red. Dump my water. Now I'm going to put a little bit of water in there. And all I'm going to do is spray through. I empty the whole pot. Now I'm going to put a little water in there again, and this is my test. I backflow, water's nice and clean. So you see right there. So I can just spray this through. And there we go. Now I'm ready to use green. So I'm going to go ahead, spray out all the water. There we go. All right, real quick, I promise. I just wanted to say thank you to all of these amazing people for supporting me on Patreon this month. If you want to be like these awesome people, you can get exclusive access to my private Discord channel where we chat about 3D printing, painting 3D prints, and any other random projects we're working on. But you'll also get access to exclusive Patreon-only content, as well as the opportunity to vote on the videos I make each month. But to top it all off, once a month I do a live call with my top tier patrons to answer any questions they have and teach them anything specifically that they're wanting to learn. If you're interested, I'll put a link below, and let's get back to this video. So now I'm ready for my green, and these are all airbrush ready, so I've just got to go ahead and put it right into my color pot. And now I can go ahead and use this. So now I've went ahead and used this green, and it is empty, and there's still paint in there. But I am going to be switching to a lighter green. So these are of the same tone. And for the model I'm doing right now, I can easily just get some gradations between this and this. And I don't really care if it fully blends in, because it's only going to be in that nozzle for just a little bit. So what I do is what I call kind of a rapid clean. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to just fill it with water. I'm going to take this and I'm just cleaning the sides, getting all of that dried paint out of there, okay? Then I'm going to suck it out. Put a little water in there. Once the water's in there, I'm going to go ahead and just spray it out. And there we go. Now I'm ready to go ahead and put this in. And maybe in the very beginning I'll have just a little bit of that dark green, but if I choose in the right areas of my model, or honestly I can just spray some of that out and then it'll be my exact color I'm wanting. So those are the two methods on cleaning your airbrush from different colors, and also cleaning out your airbrush when you're just switching to a lighter or darker tone. So those are the two methods I use when I'm quickly changing between colors and or shades. But that's not all. I've got one more tip for you. Aren't you glad you stuck around? If you're using metallics, like say this gold or this gunmetal from Game Color, you really have to clean out your airbrush really well. Using metallics in your airbrushes, they work great. I mean, I love using metallics in my airbrush, but there's something about those little tiny metal flakes and things like that that they really just stick in there. So if you're using metallic paints and you need to clean out your airbrush, use method 1, pull out the needle, wipe it off with a paper towel, then put it back in, and then do method 1 again. Just all the way through, acting like there's paint in there, because it really sticks in there. That will definitely help you clear out your airbrush. And you could even use some airbrush cleaner for this method. That will ensure that you are cleaning it beautifully and it is ready for the next color without any contamination of those metal flakes, or it's ready for the next time you want to use it. If you have any questions, leave them below for me. Or feel free to join my free YouTube Discord channel where you can ask me there too. Now the last thing I will say, if none of these methods are working for you, you may have to do a deep clean of your airbrush. And I already have a video of how to do that right here. I wish you guys a great day, and I will see you in this video.